All right. It is Wednesday and the rain is back. Here you guys go. You get to see my cool Star Wars hat. I haven't worn my Star Wars hat in a while, so I found that one. Pulled it out. Um, all right. I just thought, you know what? I'm sitting in my hotel room here in San Juan Capistrano, down here for a couple days at Warrior Council, and the rain is coming down. I left the house just before the snow came down, and it just made me think, this is life, man. There is always going to be rain that's going to come. There's always going to be snow at some point. Maybe when you're not expecting it. And tonight we were recording our next episode of the Business Roundtable podcast. Thank you, Kara and Charlie and Bill, jumping on with me tonight. And we had some technical difficulties, but you know what? We worked through it. We worked through it. The snafus will come. The rain will come. And oftentimes, something that we didn't anticipate could throw us off if we're not prepared. And so I thought, just coming on here and encouraging you, number one, you're going to get thrown off. There is something that's going to throw you off. I was driving. I left here hours ago to get down here in Orange County because I thought, I'd have plenty of time. Of course, the rain, some traffic. There was just other things that I didn't anticipate as well, but maybe I should have. Nonetheless, they threw me off. We worked it out. Did I get frustrated? A little bit. But reality was, I knew I had a vision, a plan, a way I could work through things, and it worked out. I could pivot, I could adjust. But how many times do you have, unanticipated things come up and it throws you completely off? And these things do happen, but just want to encourage you tonight. As the do you have your long-term target in mind? Because if you have your long-term target, not just your short-term target that you're going to try and hit right now, right? Your long-term target, then the things in the midst of this are not as, I mean, they affect us, but they're not as consequential. When you see the longer term vision, when you see, hey, this is what I'm working to, and yeah, this is the problem, this is the challenge right now, but how much of it is it going to mean something, in a month from now, in a month, 6 months from now, a year from now, you probably won't even remember it, right? So want to have you give you perspective in the challenges, or when the rain comes, or when the issue comes, inevitably you're walking outside and the rain's coming, you don't have your umbrella, you're gonna get wet, you're gonna have to deal with a challenge, but this will pass. And in the moment, yes, it is frustrating, and yes, it can cause some challenges, don't get me wrong, but understanding what's your longer term vision, where are you really trying to get to, and keeping that at the focus, keeping that longer term vision. So for example, to me, it was getting down here to Dana Point. I'll be out here tomorrow and Friday. So getting here was it. My long-term vision is seeing how I live this way, I call the Warriors way, that I share with you guys, and knowing where I want to go, how I want to get there. I'm not as worried as the how. Sometimes these situations come up and I'm not ready. I have to pivot and adjust, but I know where I want to go. I know who I want to become, and I'm willing to do the work required to get there. And I'm willing to face the storms. I'm willing to face the rain. I'm willing to face the snow. I'm willing to face the challenge that will inevitably come up that I didn't anticipate when I decided to go on that journey. The important thing is you're likely to give up or turn around if you're not clear on where do you want to end up, where do you want to go. So just think about that when you're hit with the rain, when you're hit with the unexpected event. Remember when you started your journey, where did you want to go in the long run, and how you respond and how you react. Hopefully you're responding rather than just reacting. That's being proactive. Will put you in a more powerful place and keeping you clear on where you want to go versus getting cloudy and off put, if you will, and distracted because of the things that are right in front of you. You're just getting, oh my goodness, I'm just getting in front of me. Stay calm. Stay calm and carry on, right? You hear that saying. It's really understanding where your destination is. Where do you really want to go? You cannot do that if you're not clear. Hey, Carla, you cannot do that if you're not clear on where you want to go. If you're not clear on when you want to go and you get hit with these things, you're going to be like in turmoil. You're going to be spinning around. I have been there. It's not a pleasant place to be, and it's not a place would recommend anyone stay. But honestly, sometimes you get stuck in there because you're not clear on really what you want and where you want to go, and so just things kind of happen and hit you, and you're just kind of like spun around, and I'm going over here now or over here, right? Because we weren't clear, and whatever hit us, the storm that hit us, kind of put us in a new path, and we didn't course correct, and we drifted along. Well, I again, you probably heard me say this before, but I don't want to live a life of drifting. I want to live a life of design, of purpose, of being specific, not just generally wandering around, right? And so when you're hit with these things, inevitably, it's not if, it's when. When will you hit these things? When will the storm come in? How are you centering yourself? How are you getting clear? And you remember where you are going. What's your choice? What's the path you've charted for yourself? Where are you hearing from God? Where do you feel like you're needing to move? And then all these things that hit you are just part of the process. It's just part of living through that journey, and so we just take it in. It doesn't mean we have to love it. It just means we have to accept it. We understand it's part of the journey to get as part of getting to our destination. Wandering through the wilderness, it's going up that hill, it's making that turn on that corner, because we know that's going to get us where we want to go. If you are struggling in that, if you're struggling on, I'm not quite clear where I want to go, and this could be different domains in our life, that is what I use, what I call the impossible game, and the tool of the fact map and the foundation, so I can understand that and get clarity. And so that when I'm hit with these things, I can go back and look up and say, okay, yeah, this is my map. This is what I vision. This is still meaningful to me, and this is where I want to go. So that's why I come on live with you guys every day, is to encourage you to know you're not alone, to know that you have an advocate in me with David Carr, Steward Your Business, in finding in talking with those folks that need that support, and that, hey, they don't want to be alone, and you shouldn't be alone. But if there are a lot of people that are, and they're isolated, and there's just things of the world that's just hitting them. The storms are hitting them. The storms are hitting them. And they're like, I just don't even know which way is up or which way I should be going anymore. And that's what I can help you do, is get clear on that, and then use production tools that have worked for, thousands of people that I use in the coaching program, but can tell you how I've applied it in my life and how it can help you. So if that resonates with you tonight, please reach out. I would love to talk with you and share with you what that is. But if you're feeling confirmed also, and you're like, man, David, I know my purpose and this storm is not hitting me, please let me know too. Share the love. Where are you going? Let me know what is your mission. I talked with a woman today. Her mission is to raise $3 million to help dogs get out of kennels, get out of kill shelters. I thought, amazing. This is a vision, a way that she knows that she has to get to, and that God put it on her heart. And I said, how can I help you on that journey? We had a great conversation. So whatever that is for you, if you have that greater vision, you'll do the work required as long as it's required to get there. But if you don't have that, you won't be doing that work, and you'll stop, and you'll get into sedation. You won't get to the place where you want to be, and you'll look up and you're just like, this is my life, and I don't like who I am or where I'm at. I don't want that for you. I want you to be in a place where you're excited about where you're at, who you are, who you're becoming, who you get to serve, who you get to love. That is the most powerful thing to be, the most powerful place to be. I'm gifted. I'm very thankful that I've been given this opportunity to share with you guys my own journey. And hope you feel the love, you feel the support, appreciation, but knowing that you don't have to stay in a place of, that's not quite the life that I wanted to. It's an okay life. Maybe it's even a good life, but knowing that there's so much more, and you're like, I want to get there. I want to get there. And I don't want to get sidelined with this kind of mediocre life. That's what I want for you guys. So I hope you guys, take a listen to my new podcast that just came out today, Intelligent Human Leadership. Talked about building relationships. That's what I'm passionate about, building relationships, building connection with God, yourself. That's important to me, and with others. How we show up and love one another, support one another, watch after one another. So I appreciate you guys joining me on this wet, rainy night here. I'm in Orange County. Hopefully not too much snow up in the mountains. So I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in and watching. And again, I love hearing your purpose and what's inspiring you. And I hope this I hope this inspires and motivates you to keep on keeping on through the storms of life. Go get them. All right, guys. Have a good night.